As I posed with the dog, I reflected on the irony of my situation and the whole sorry mess that is the human condition. It was I who had sworn never to return, not only back in the grounds of my brother's castle, but its master. It was on just such a balmy evening as this that Annabel and I had paid that first fateful visit to my brother and his wife. Geoffrey and Jemima had not yet met my fiancée due to his long absences on business. He had a motor car empire. I had been engaged to my darling Annabel for 3 months already. We were beginning to plan our nuptials, which made it all the more urgent that I introduce her to the rest of the family. Jemima had prepared a splendid picnic to welcome her prospective sister-in-law, and little did I realise as I sat there feeding expensive tidbits to the dog, that Annabel and my traitorous brother were making eyes at each other. It was the gardener who alerted me 10 days into our stay. His incomprehensible bucolic mutterings sent me in the direction of the rose garden, where I was momentarily distracted by the posturing of one of the peacocks. Foolish bird, I thought. There he is, showing off his charms for all he's worth, and the female simply sits there, preening herself and studiously ignoring him. We humans are lucky indeed that we have the advantage of words to plead our cause. Then I heard the unmistakable tones of my brother, speaking passionately under the mulberry tree, and there was my beloved, my Annabel, listening with such a look of rapt adoration that I could not fail but to realise the true nature of the situation. I confronted them. They denied it at first, but every glance they exchanged gave them away. Full of pain and heartbreak, I fled the castle. I fled the country, seeking solace in dusky tropical maidens and caring not what happened to those I had left behind. Then, somehow, a letter from Jemima found its way to me. She told me that after my departure, Geoffrey had forsworn the company of all women, burying himself in his business in an attempt to atone for his crime. Jemima remained at the castle in her own apartment. Annabel had married a rich Scottish laird and decamped to Scotland. Then Geoffrey had died in a horrific car crash while testing one of his new designs. Jemima was feeling lonely and hoped I would visit her for old time's sake. To cut a long story short, I married Jemima and thus found myself back in the castle. And those peacocks were still chasing foolishly after the flighty peahens. The only creature on God's earth who has remained faithful throughout has been my little dog.